Our planet is always in motion. It spins on its axis, an invisible line running through the north and south poles. This spin, a full rotation every 24 hours, is what gives us day and night. We are used to the sun rising in the east and setting in the west. We take for granted the cycle of light and darkness that governs our lives. But what if this rotation, this constant spin, were to suddenly stop? What would happen to our world if the Earth stood still? The consequences would be nothing short of catastrophic. Imagine a sudden stop to a spinning carousel. Everything would be thrown off, flung outward by the immense force of the change. Now imagine that carousel is our planet, and we are just along for the ride. While the scenario is purely hypothetical, exploring it allows us to appreciate the delicate balance that governs our existence on this planet. It reminds us of the awesome forces at play in the universe and the importance of our planet's motion in shaping the world we know. The immediate effects of the Earth stopping its rotation would be felt globally and with terrifying intensity. Imagine the Earth's momentum, built up over billions of years, suddenly halted. The result would be like slamming on the brakes of a speeding car. Everything on the surface, including the oceans, the atmosphere, and everything not firmly anchored to bedrock, would continue moving eastward at its current speed. This means winds of unimaginable force, likely exceeding 1,000 miles per hour, would sweep across the planet. Buildings would be leveled, trees uprooted, and the surface of the Earth dramatically reshaped. The oceans, no longer held in place by the centrifugal force of the Earth's spin, would surge towards the poles. Colossal tsunamis would inundate coastal regions, wiping out entire cities in their wake. The sheer scale of the devastation is difficult to comprehend. This sudden stop would be only the beginning of the catastrophe. The long-term consequences of a stationary Earth would be equally profound and far-reaching, altering the very fabric of our planet's environment and the life it sustains. The Earth's crust, already under immense stress from tectonic plates, would be subjected to unimaginable forces as the planet's momentum abruptly shifts. Earthquakes of unprecedented magnitude would ripple across the globe, reshaping continents and opening up vast fissures in the Earth's surface. Volcanoes dormant for centuries would erupt with renewed fury, spewing molten lava and ash into the atmosphere. The skies would darken as volcanic ash, combined with dust and debris from the initial cataclysm, block out the sun. The once familiar blue sky would be replaced by an eerie, perpetual twilight. The atmosphere itself would be thrown into disarray. The jet streams, those high-altitude winds that govern our weather patterns, would be disrupted. Weather patterns would become unpredictable and extreme, with scorching heat in some regions and frigid cold in others. The delicate balance of Earth's ecosystems would be shattered. The combination of extreme weather, lack of sunlight, and widespread destruction would lead to mass extinctions across the planet. With the Earth no longer spinning, our concept of day and night would be fundamentally altered. One hemisphere would face the sun in perpetual daylight, while the other would be shrouded in constant darkness. This division would have profound implications for life on Earth. The sun-facing side would experience relentless heat. Temperatures would soar to extreme levels, making it impossible for most life forms to survive. Oceans would boil away, leaving behind vast, barren deserts. The dark side, deprived of the sun's warmth, would plunge into a perpetual deep freeze. Temperatures would plummet to unimaginable lows, freezing oceans and turning land masses into icy wastelands. The contrast between the two hemispheres would be stark and unforgiving. This new day-night cycle, or rather the lack thereof, would make our current 24-hour clock obsolete. Time as we know it would be redefined by the slow, relentless march of the sun across the sky. Section 5. Climate and Chaos. From Tropics to Tundra. The Earth's climate is driven by the uneven heating of the planet's surface by the sun. This uneven heating creates temperature gradients, driving atmospheric circulation patterns and ocean currents that distribute heat around the globe. With the Earth no longer spinning, this delicate balance would be disrupted. The side facing the sun would receive constant solar radiation, leading to extreme temperatures and the potential for runaway greenhouse effects. The dark side, perpetually shrouded in darkness, would experience extreme cold and the potential for a global ice age. The equator, once a tropical paradise, would become a scorching wasteland. The poles, currently covered in ice, might experience more temperate conditions, although still subject to extreme seasonal variations as the Earth orbits the sun. the consequences for life on Earth are almost unimaginable. Only the most adaptable and resilient species would stand a chance of survival in this new hostile environment. Section 6. Life uprooted, humanity's struggle to adapt. The cessation of Earth's rotation would pose an existential threat to humanity. The immediate effects, the catastrophic winds, tsunamis and earthquakes would result in unimaginable devastation and loss of life, but it is the long-term consequences that would truly test our ability to survive. Our cities, our infrastructure, our entire way of life, all designed for a spinning planet, would be rendered obsolete. Food production would collapse, clean water would become scarce, and disease would run rampant. Survival would depend on our ability to adapt to this new reality. We would need to find ways to create sustainable habitats, perhaps underground or in specially designed biodomes, that could protect us from the harsh external environment. The challenges would be immense, requiring global cooperation and unprecedented technological innovation. It would be a test of our ingenuity, our resilience, and our will to survive as a species. Section 7. Time and tide, the rhythms of a still Earth. The stopping of Earth's rotation would not only alter our perception of day and night, but also have profound effects on other natural phenomena we often take for granted. The tides, for example, are caused by the gravitational pull of the moon and the sun on the Earth's oceans. With the Earth no longer spinning, the tidal bulge would become fixed, resulting in a permanent high tide on one side of the planet and a permanent low tide on the other. This would have significant implications for marine life, coastal ecosystems, and navigation. The ocean currents, driven by a complex interplay of wind, tides, and the Earth's rotation, would also be disrupted, further impacting marine ecosystems and global weather patterns. The length of a year would remain unchanged, as it is determined by the Earth's orbit around the Sun. However, without the familiar cycle of day and night, time would take on a different meaning. We would need to find new ways to measure and mark the passage of time, perhaps based on the slow movement of the sun across the sky or the changing seasons. Section 8. Seeking solutions. Can we survive a stationary planet? The scenario of the Earth suddenly stopping its rotation is highly unlikely, a thought experiment rather than a real possibility. However, it serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance that makes life on Earth possible. It forces us to confront our vulnerability and to consider what measures we might take if faced with such a catastrophic event. Could we adapt to a stationary Earth? The challenges would be immense, requiring a fundamental shift in our way of life and a level of global cooperation never before seen. We would need to develop new technologies for energy production, food cultivation, and climate control. Perhaps the most viable solution would be to escape the surface altogether. Building underground cities or even colonizing other planets might become our only hope for long-term survival. Such endeavors would require massive investments in research, development, and international collaboration. While the prospect of adapting to a stationary Earth seems daunting, it also highlights the incredible resilience and adaptability of life. It reminds us that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, the human spirit of innovation and exploration can prevail. Section 9. Reflections from a still point, appreciating our spinning Earth. Imagining the Earth standing still, while a purely hypothetical exercise, allows us to gain a deeper appreciation for the delicate balance that makes our planet habitable. It underscores the critical role that Earth's rotation plays in shaping our climate, driving our weather patterns, and influencing the very rhythms of life. As we gaze up at the night sky, watching the stars slowly wheel overhead, we are witnessing the tangible evidence of our planet's spin. This constant rotation, this celestial dance, is not just a scientific fact, it is the very foundation upon which life on Earth has evolved and flourished. While the scenario of the Earth suddenly stopping is highly improbable, it serves as a potent reminder of our planet's fragility and the importance of safeguarding the delicate balance that sustains us. It is a call to action to protect our planet, to cherish its resources, and to ensure that future generations can continue to marvel at the wonders of our spinning world.